somos
If gameplay is a language, then PRX are the most fluent linguists you'll ever see. Pure instinct, pure momentum. These guys are out here to cement a dynasty and standing in their way. It's the upstart, surprise prospects out of China. We've seen the good, the bad, the ugly from all gamers. The question is, which one do we get today?
This is the most familiar position for PRX to be in. A win today puts them in their 8th top 4 at a global tournament in Valorant. They've been one of the most consistent squads with a consistent style that have been here forever. They face against an All-Gamers who is so fresh, so new to this. Only 2 Chinese teams have made it into the top 4 before. One just coming last year, Wolves, on that incredible run. But that was the tournament where PRX won. An opportunity for them to shut them down and get another chance for a trophy.
And at the end of the day, All-Gamers came into this tournament as the first seed of China. Yes, there was a disappointing first showing that we saw coming in from them, but they've been getting better and better, learning from every second that they spend on that stage. Now, we've said it in the past, the first time that you go against PRX, it's a different experience, but the approach that we're seeing from the Chinese squad might change things around, and actually, if they bring in the same attitude that they ended up bringing against mates, they can fare up and square up to them.
There's a huge difference in perspective of what happened with China, what happened with All-Gamers this event, based off how they perform here. If they lose, get stomped by PRX today, the reflection will be mates choked an 8-2 lead, All-Gamers got an upset, and there was nothing more to write home about. If they really want to ledge themselves in the history books and make something for their region in this tournament, they have to perform today. They have to show that they can compete against the top dogs.
The dissenting voices about the strength of that China region have been loud. They have been multitudinous. However, all gamers have a chance to silence them in one fell swoop here today. Their opponents fell to the world champions. Fair enough, NRG are quite the outfit, but I know PRX, that's not acceptable to them. I fear for any table or drywall installation within a 5-mile radius of Alex after that result yesterday, and the same as today. He will be expecting nothing short of perfection from his team.
Yeah, and we have to think about the maps, right? We have to talk about the grounds that we're going to be seeing today with Corrode being that first map. As we're saying, for AG, it is a surprise that they pick it because they only played it once back in the region. But at the end of the day, if you want to surprise, play something that you haven't played in the tournament already, and that has to be Corrode. You do have some showings on how PRX likes to play this map, and probably we expect kind of some changes in the composition. Would you say, Mimi?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do change it up. They were playing the NRG Champions comp here with the KO, Sova, Solo Duelist Waylay. It's a great comp on the map, but most teams have still moved towards the double duelists instead, putting the Yoru into that KO slot and switching it up a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the direction that they take it here.
Yeah, again, we're seeing these double controller variants pop up a heck of a lot on Corrode.
Ooh, I got a spoiler.
Little chamber lock there.
Yes.
What? Okay. Wouldn't be the craziest thing. We'll dive into that now, as we're going to have some agents at the very least hovered. All gamers going to lock this cop away pretty quick. Fangear is going to be on the chamber. Give me the lowdown.
I think that the chamber was really bad against the old PRX comp, where they had a million flashes running that Phoenix. Against this edition that we first saw PRX debut against NRG, it is a lot better, I feel like. There's not a lot of tools besides that fade and that Waylay to actually push him off the line. So I think this is a solid choice of change for all gamers.
If anyone knows how to keep things calm and collected when PRX are going crazy, I can't even say that with a straight face. It's Sikilios and Paper Thin. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Uber. Here we go into another bout, another team to be eliminated today. Will it be the departure of a region with all gamers making their exit, or will it be PRX cutting down the Pacific Remainders in half?
It's a great question. I mean, you have to have some fear here as PRX, because AG showed that they have the gumption to really push teams to the limit, to take some big wins. And these are teams who are familiar with each other through scrims over in Asia. So there's going to be some ideas that they understand of each other's play styles, of each other's nature. But for PRX, they finally are out of America's jail. Let's see if they can make the most of it.
Get the try their hands at a different region. Falling shy to the hands of NRG. AG, though, looking to continue, as Mimi was saying, prove that it was not just lightning in a bottle, prove that it was not just a fluke. to prove that they are the first seed and they demand and command respect. First contact gonna be coming in. Fengyr able to find a kill immediately. Somebody's gonna be taken down. AU1 with 2 nice reply kills, however, keeps them in with a player advantage. And now it is just suddenly Forsaken left alive. Great opening volley as AG well set to close out this opening pistol on Corrode.
Not gonna count Forsaken out yet, but definitely has his work cut out for him. Has the Sheriff though. Shots ring out, but GRQ is good for it.
That he is. Finds himself his first kill. And this is another one that I want to zoom in on a little bit. GRQ, we've seen him bouncing around. He's been playing that Waylay. He's been playing the OMEN as well as the Brimstone, but he hasn't been on the smokes. It's been a bit more lacking by comparison. How does he fare now showing the Neon?
Yeah, I mean, so far so good, that's for sure. And if he can, you know, kind of keep that pace up, show us some good stuff, and you get Kira, you get Fengyr, you get Shrimp popping off behind him. Speaking of, look at the Shrimp spray, but I think this is going to be a comp that PRX are familiar with. This is what RRQ ran against them when they faced off in the lower finals, best of 5, but they did drop to it. So it is a comp that I think, you know, AG, wise to bring out here. If you can get some good stuff out of Fengyr on that chamber, kind of replicate some of what Jemkin's able to create with that agent, real mismatches in mid in particular, I think you've got yourself a pretty decent chance here with this change-up. A lot of different buys. Kira's the only one with the full rifle. A couple of Spectres, Marshall, and AU1 just going to stick with the Bandit.
There's one Bandit and a Sheriff on the other side.
Oh.
So going to play this very quietly, though. There's contact about to happen over at A Hall, and that's going to be AU1 getting the best of Divine. Bandit put the use, doesn't even suffer a lick of damage. Now the rotations will begin. Something unable to spot anything in and around that mid position, and now AU1 going to continue to push forward, trying to get into a flank spot, intercept some of these rotations, get a couple more kills and ult charge. Looks like PRX will just go full 4-player cluster down through B main, rewrap cross through mid. They will be finding Fengyr here, Marshall in hand. To overwhelm him, they will be able to do so. Forsaken finds the kill, but now AU1 peeking out top mid, finds himself a third. Clean headshots ringing through, looking for a little bit more. If he can get it, he can! Right there on the cusp of that ace will be denied by Jing, but AG will not be denied the round.
All right, doing what you need to do here, keeping the big guns into the next round for AG, the 2 Spectres and the Phantom. He's going to be able to swing a little bit more into the economy for this bonus. He has looked great on that gun. He is a natural at the Bandit. Putting it to great use there. That first headshot on the Divide, close range, where it's going to be best. And he wanted one more.
Can't be too upset.
There.
Don't let the lack of an ace be the thing that crumbles you mentally. Rally back into this now, has that Phantom in hand.
Whoops. That C's didn't go where you meant it to there, Shrimp.
Ain't nothing but a thing. We'll just keep on going.
He's had a few struggles with some of the util.
All good.
They couldn't bait out the wall, though.
No, it does still stand. By just poking and prodding. Looks like that wall will maintain its structural integrity for quite some time now. As AG backpedal away from this A main location. Pivot into mid, but no one from PRX watching this. Everybody widely just situated on the sites themselves.
A little bit concerning to see some of these util mishaps early. One of the things that definitely plagued AG in their first match against G2. Saw a lot of miscues that cost them a little bit. It kind of led to some costly rounds. Now there you go, finally going to get that wall popped. That's going to keep a couple extra players over on the other side of the map.
The blind up into the relay as well. GRQ storming forward, able to swap the weapons around, but for a brief little moment, Forsaken does take his head off. Looking for a little bit more pixel angle. Has to back away. And now getting ready to come through, and it's going to be a multiplayer face forward here to try to displace Forsaken. Kira will be the one to do it. Damage something on the 2, but Kira able to find a buy now. Suddenly, this bonus conversion is looking all but guaranteed for AG. Paranoia out, Jing cannot find it. That leaves now just something still a world away. Still searching for any kind of late lurk around mid, will not find it, just has to tuck in. Hold on to this weapon. AG gonna have themselves a 3-0 start on Corrode.
Yeah, and they're going hunting already. something gonna have his work cut out for him here, potentially. They're gonna be coming at him relatively soon. Fengir.
And down towards the attacker spawn. Seems like not really assessing this connector position, so we'll be able to retain that Vandal after all. That is still a very rocky start. Kira getting the binoculars out, looking for PRX, because right now they're not showing up on this map.
Yeah, I mean, PRX is pretty static in this round. They're holding kind of some positions that are pretty easy to read. You get completely nailed by different pieces of utility there as Envy. Just get wiped out. Kira picking up right where he left off the other day. Looking for, where are my opponents at? Where'd they go? He knocked them out. Got the bonus, got the third, and PRX already needs to take a timeout. Probably needs to talk about how they want to approach this map a little bit more. I think a little bit more mid-control, being a little bit more kind of fluid on the map. It's probably something you're considering here already. But see Alex not super angry or anything, but just trying to get the boys situated. Again, they've seen this comp, they kind of know what it does, but it's another thing to execute against a team that you haven't seen play it before, that is bringing it out for the first time here, and how, you know, their stylistic differentiation compared to what you saw against RRQ is going to fare.
Well, that's all the time remaining in the Coinbase win condition. Alex leaving the players to their own devices once again. We saw how aggressive he was with the timeout calls just yesterday. Felt the need to try to commit those very early on, especially on bind.
Both him and Bonkar.
Yeah. There's a lot of proactivity.
Well, yeah.
He wants to be able to relax a little bit more for the part of the rest of this half.
Well, and Bonkar talked about it in the post-match interview, that it's about assessing the composition and what they're trying to, you know, establish with it. And that's why when you see a new comp that you're not used to with a team, you might be more prone to call an earlier timeout. Something skirting the edge, gets the first. Wow, what a shot on the Fengir.
Fengir dead. AU1 bringing out a couple shots, so we'll keep that interest drummed up on that side of the map. Kira now going for timing. Just misses the window to be able to get a punish there onto Jing. So now player advantage to PRX.
This is what I like to see from PRX. Take a little bit of map control. You've got long A, you've got mid. So you're going to put some pressure on the Forsaken on the Viper, but he's got a little bit extra help with the Vice util there. So they can play a little bit of stall, maybe force a mid-rotate, so catch him off guard around this corner.
Triple stack into mid, Envy. Trying to play them in. There's another smoke, just going to be cycled forward. Kira now with one of his own, considering it over towards Yard. Meanwhile, AU1 willed away at down to 7 health. Something still untouched there, as he's going to be able to finish the job. Finds the headshot. Now 2 players the advantage. The backpedal PRX have already displaced out of mid. Space going to be rescaled by AG as Envy goes for the jump peek, spots him out. Paranoia going to be sent. The relay bolt not going to get to catch the Prowler there. Trying to slow them down, but GRQ still sliding forward, is able to find the elimination on the enemy fade. Forsaken tucked here, center sight. Moving. Swaying this out, but he's being corralled from both sides. And should be dead to rights. And he'll just be able to get the one shot there on the GRQ, but cannot find the kill. So now a 3v3, but weapons are recovered.
10 seconds left.
Firepower now in the hands of PRX to try to get this one over the line, but GRQ, the quick peek, the quick shutdown, something now dead. Looking for the shot, and Divide just doesn't find the timing. Now all on Jing. Finds the first, Kira. Dead top shed. 56. Paranoia is the corner. It's uncertain where he's at, and as he jiggles out the TP forward, GRQ will find him. A 4K to get the 4th round win. AG denying a Thrifty.
This is a great round from AG. They're able to dissect the early aggression macro that PRX shows off of their timeout. And because they're able to displace the 2 players who had pushed up to the very front of mid-bottom, and they hear those footsteps because they have to run back. There might have been some util or something, but they're able to then know they saw something one on the long A, they see 2 in mid, they know that that means B is the weak side, and they could try to punish that, and that's exactly what they do. Really smart on the fly thinking.
Fengir just hoping for that jump peek, and won't manage to pull the trigger on it, so something can breathe a sigh of relief. Stays alive at least for a bit longer in the round.
HyperX really committing more resources to mid. And continuing to follow up on those ideas they talked about in the timeout. And taking this down. Prowler not going to get a spot on anybody. Try to refill that space.
Something just swinging forward. Very fast refract. Get himself back out to safety. AG still assessing where they want to go. Just tuck away, re-rotate back across towards the B site, but 3 players waiting from PRX. On that Vice util still situated. There's a Prowler. Gonna be cleared out. Trying to disguise this operator even further. Something just sending out that saturate, trying to slow them up on this approach. Jing at the same time, TPing over. Joins in this side of the map, 35 seconds remaining. AG gonna have to start making a go of this one sooner rather than later. Already too late to try to rotate towards that A side of the map. Time very well, could just get away from them here, but now the exec gets ready to come through. Flash to try to slow them up, the re-swing in, Divide not able to find a kill. Jing gonna be taken down, but not before he's finding Shrimp. One now fallen, something alone at backside, comes away with 2. Frantically tries to readjust the spray. With 10 seconds remaining, the plant will come in. Fengir into the 1v1. The Vandal in hand, does he anticipate this arrival from Forsaken? Still working his way in around the back, trying to assess it. Fengir has every which way to try to check. He's gonna have to try to lock on. Forsaken will be able to find him. Damn narrow margins, but PRX will get themselves on the board in round 5.
Yeah, and it just took a pretty good read here from PRX. They don't find any contact at long A, so they're gonna lean over to the other side of the map. My God, Fengir, that was some great shooting. Pulling out that headhunter, but oh man. Nasty work to get in there, just guessing wrong on the timing. A tough position to be in. And Forsaken gets a much needed win through, but you're gonna have a bunch of ults to consider here. AG is quite a bit at their disposal. You do have the convergent paths as PRX. So a little bit of stall, a little bit of anti-exec if they want. Fengir pops his ult. Need to buy a gun. Everybody just gonna be trying to take some mid control, and they're gonna be successful in doing so. A lean towards A.
Paranoia burned there by Jing. Trying to set up something on that peek out into B main. Nothing spotted now. The exec getting ready to come through, but Invi will find 1. Shrimp going to be eliminated.
There.
Spotted on the GRQ. Will get that C's out of hand. The overdrive is going to be popped the slide and Divide able to find his first kill. GRQ will get cut down mid-slide. Re-peeks for a little bit more, though. U1 able to humble him. He's just poking and prodding, looking for that kill. Not quite able to land it. Spike still being brought forward, though. AG have widely been stopped in their tracks.
Here. They have a little bit of time to rethink this approach if they want. Something's going to be trying to thwart that attempt if possible. Fengir. Nice.
Good for the kill. Still 2 players nearby, but brings it into that 3v3. Nightfall going to go across. The pit going to be invested. Jing not ready for that angle. Fengir scoops up the Phantom, utilizes it against PRX, and now there's a pit in play. What are you meant to do from here? It's just there on the outside. Something, this is his spot. He has won so many rounds on the global stage from this very position, but he's just a hair off finding the Viper. Now the push out in AU1. Instantaneous with the punish. And be able to find the kill, but the time is dwindling. Would have to make a go of it, would have to start defusing right here, right now. Scoops up the Phantom. We'll have to just run away with this one. AG not allowing for PRX to find any consecutive round wins. They'll move up 5-1.
Yeah, I think just a little bit of an overstep from Divide when he goes for that counter swing in towards A-Link. Kind of maybe just feeling himself a little bit too much here. You get that early kill advantage with Envy getting the freebie through the smoke, and this opens up a little bit extra space for Fengir. And Jing just guessing where his opponents might be and guesses incorrectly, and just kind of some individual moments for PRX that just are not the best. And Alex not thrilled, but he is
not angry.
Not angry.
I'm
yeah.
not sure if that's more concerning or less. But for now, Paranoia out just to dissuade this push forward from GRQ. 4-player stack. here outside of B, but it's going to be a silent little drift away as Shrimp sending out that Prowler. I don't think AG is going to really look to try to play into this side of the map anymore. That being said, Basi's over the top. Swing out, Forsaken, loses his life immediately. Refract going to be taken by something. Jump peaks, looking for a little bit more here is GRQ, but Envy will be able to cut him down. The Hinder now connecting. The Haunt going to be cleared out. Banger at the same time able to find something. As the rest of AG comes swooping around out from mid. Spike needing to be recovered, but Envy shutting them down. On for a second ace here at Masters Santiago. Can he find it? He cannot. Jing will take the kill. But I don't think they're too concerned about that. It's a Mastercard thrifty for PRX.
Okay, well, they're able to kind of gamble correctly here. And, you know, even with the information to clear the Haunt, AG still wants to challenge it. And I guess I kind of get it, but Envy just in a perfect position with this Phantom to do some damage, playing off of his teammates. Woohoo, that second one there. Beautiful. But now I think we're going to see a pause here from AG. Maybe trying to get ahead of this. Don't let PRX get any momentum. Make sure that, hey, our game has been trying to work the map. That's been working really well. We've been finding their weak side most of the rounds, to be honest. I can only think of 2 where they didn't. They still ended up winning one of them. But you just got to be a little bit more thoughtful there. Don't try to challenge PRX, because the Des talked about it. If you want to brawl, yeah, they're one of the best in the business.
Yeah, I think the question is win condition here for AG off the back of this timeout. Just don't let PRX heat up.
Yeah.
Let's keep icing them. Let's keep playing our game. Let's keep rotating around the map, having this push and pull, and avoid falling into some of those potential traps. And that one was just Envy going crazy, which can happen at the drop of a hat.
Sure.
He's had a couple aces this year, so no doubt that Envy can be a game changer. Anybody on PRX can be, of course, but yeah, definitely don't want to let them accelerate. You're going to be a little bit weakish on the cash here as AG for the first time. Vengir just going to rock the Headhunter, it looks like. Went up and over to try to tee up something, but nobody home this time. An immediate change of ideas. Big group up towards mid. Envy anticipating this Prowler.
Looks like they want to do potentially that same crunch into the B side from mid, but will back away.
They haven't seen anything, and to them that means it's probably an A weak side, and they're going to try to set up a bit of a crunch here. So Forsaken and Jing, longtime duo.
Forsaken going to be taken down after he finds GRQ. Jing on the swing out, trying to confirm that kill. It's taking a little bit longer than they would have liked, but eventually he is able to confirm it now. Virgin Pass going to be invested, I believe only catching on to AU1. The rest of the players able to avoid this. Smokes are going to be cycled through. Swing out, and AU1 going to get caught up, something able to collect his head. 4v2, just Kira and Shrimp remaining. Both of them so instrumental in their series win over mates. Can they find their footing here? The smoke will fall. Kira going to be good for the one, and Shrimp will just be overwhelmed. PRX not allowing for that timeout call to find value. They will continue to try to run this one back now. A deficit of just 2 rounds.
Really nice disciplined play here from Jing. Not giving up too much. A little bit shaky on the first attempted spray on Vengir, but he gets it under control in the long run. It's amazing. Forsaken even gets one there. He's getting swarmed by 3 different players.
He's playing like 300 MS there. Took a while to register.
But then, you know, use that convergent pass to buy you some space for the retake. You only had 1 piece of util to worry about there after something gets his first kill. That was the C's. You're really patient, spamming that box that gave Jing some problems earlier, so already seeing problems being corrected in the heat of the moment for PRX in the middle of the match.
Flash out, looking for a crunch. The Haunt reveal. He gets there onto GRQ, but doesn't get taken down. Does manage to survive. It's now the wall going to be baited out. They're sticking around. Triple stack, though, from PRX, assessing how they want to stand in position, but that blind does absolutely monstrous work for them. They clean up this B main, and now the site is primed for the taking. Jing still just lingering back through that mid connector. Not quite getting caught there by AU1. Forsaken has his work cut out for him. Can get forward onto the side, gain some space. That pit could come into play. Now just the lob in on the snake bite. As Jing pushes forward, looking for a target. Drop down. The shot's starting to fly. Still the poison orb in hand, but these smokes have allowed for Fengir to completely reposition. The pit considered for a moment. As the haunt gets cleared, jump peek back across the opposite side, and Fengir's just playing a ring around the rosy, but Forsaken eventually he's able to find him, but now he is all alone. Sees not the connect, turns back, and AU1 will catch him completely off guard. Grabs up the gun, will not be able to escape, but AG get up to 6.
Even though it's not a thrifty, technically it definitely feels like one with the weak buy that AG brings in here. Beautiful paranoia, beautiful setup to counter this 3-man hold that PRX is trying to go for. That one needs to be rethought a little bit. You're just, with that spacing, you're just given too much opportunity for something like a paranoia to just knock you out of the round.
Now the frustration starting to build. The pain smile's gone. Pit going to be invested from the outset. Something going to be riding through this. See if he can catch somebody off guard, and Kira might just be playing right into this one.
Oh, it's just
but no,
smart.
He hears the footsteps. He hears them rotating out. Will not be able to find a kill here on either side. Meanwhile, AU1 takes out the Vi. Just peeking from behind the box at A main.
Toxin screen down.
Vi's been having a tough go of it. 1 and 8. We're the lone-time sentinel, and you don't have that wall for that extra bit of safety, so you gotta start clearing some of that space with the util. Envy sends out one of his prowlers, confirms some presence, but AG is gonna use that opportunity to make her rotate, but hasn't changed much in the formation other than a creep up from something.
Is this going to be a yard split, or did they just push up mid and try to cut across into B? Swing on the corner, and GRQ is able to find something. And now, yeah, they fancy their odds of being able to just push forward, circumnavigate this pit. Taken tucked away, now peeking out. Eventually is able to find the kill. It gets revealed, and Fengir can easily collect that elimination.
30 seconds left.
He across from Jing, arriving in heaven, but it is smoked off for the moment, so it doesn't have an angle. It's a safe plant for Shrimp. Peek out, and oh man, Shrimp. Woo. Absolutely destroys him in Envy. No other recourse, just has to stay tucked away. Back on the opposite side of the map, AG getting up to 7, guaranteeing a lead. With a chance that stretches one even further, could be looking at a 9-3 half.
Yeah, and this is one of those rounds that we saw early on where they're working the map. They're pushing and pulling a bit. It helps that you get that first opening kill. See if they can track Envy down here at all. A little bit extra time. Envy gonna tuck into the corner.
Chase is in for it, but there's 2 targets there. Fengir will deny him carrying over the weapon. PRX in dire straits. Economy once again going to be shaken up.
But yeah, the way that they tee up this crunch with how much space that you're able to get on the other side of that Viper's pit, you're able to hear one rotating away, you know, with Kira being able to kind of check on what's going on the main side of that Viper's pit. They're able to set up that crunch nicely, and a great haunt there to follow up to make sure that Forsaken doesn't have any escape. Even though he gets one, it's labored. Trying to spam.
Shots out, forcing away that tour de force.
Don't do so. I mean, PRX has already gotten 1 week by to go. Gonna find another. They're making really fast rotates. With just a little bit of mid presence. You know, a lot of the mid hits have been mid to B. This time though, do have that wall there from Devi. So that'll at least stall things out a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to really slow them down. Let's see if they just want to accelerate off the back of that, or it's maybe a bait.
Pop this, and so far, PRX still remaining stagnant on B. Devi, usually so very reliable when it comes down to having that sheriff in hand, but as mentioned, it's been a very rough start of this map for him. Flash out, confirming presence, rotations now getting started. The Nightfall gonna go across. He's able to tuck into the corner, I believe, just barely. No, does get caught by it, in fact. Thought he had a tiny little pocket to play into, but ends up losing his audio, and GRQ make sure that he loses his life. Hero looking for the catch in mid, put some damage down on the Envy, and now Tour de Force battled it on the angle, but something still able to drift across that, but the re-peek is going to be good. Fengir shuts him down. Spam out now, a 3v5. Their own Nightfall available, but likely to look to invest that here, and now you've got the flank coming in. Kira scaling all the way up the top mid. Paranoia is going to be big. They just can't push deep enough off of that to really finally punish it out. Fengir again, gaining side, is able to find the one. Jing here on the side, comes up with 3. Would be an ace clutch, and AU1 will not allow him to take that extra step. AG up to 8.
This is just incredible stuff from AG. They are being so thoughtful on the map, so smart, constantly putting PRX in bad positions, constantly tricking them into thinking that they're doing one thing when they're doing another. And this time, you know, a lot of times they've popped the wall and then taken a little bit more time or gone to the other side. This time they pop the wall and just take a pause, and then poor Device all on his own gets Nightfalled, and it's just curtains. Jing makes a go of it there, but it's just too little too late.
And now it's going to be a double op setup. Fengir and Kira both having those snipers. Coming out towards the box. Smoke going to be blooming. As Envy slowly sliding forward here around the corner. The Prowler going to go out, and Fengir still finds the shot. Woo! Still takes care of something, and now Shrimp looking to be played in, and AU1 joins the fray. 2v2 suddenly. Jing able to find those eliminations. Forsaken trying to get him gathered over on this side of the map. The Paranoia is there, and Forsaken's just absolutely blinded up. Thought maybe if he didn't pull the trigger, maybe they wouldn't notice him. He's just out into the open, and now Jing sprinting his way over. Going for that mid connector, it would seem. Spike still not yet planted. What does AG want to do?
Thinking for a minute they might try to rotate through spawn or something weird, but
They have their own Omen ult. They could do this if they think that Jing's gotten far enough away from the A site.
he throws a smoke over there towards Link to try to sell that he's coming from that direction.
30 seconds left.
I don't think it's going to make too big of a difference here. He's still figuring out where the hell they went.
The plant to now come in. He's rechecking. He's rethinking this, thinking maybe it ended up on A, but now here's the plant coming through. And this buys so much extra time for AG. TP is back towards that defender spawn area, checking around, trying to spot him out. Nothing going to be seen. As he gets tucked into that mid connector, this really narrows down the potential options. Now they have the info. Dropping down into the side, tapping, watching that push coming through the relay. Bolt, however, is going to be connecting. He's expecting that swing from up above. Kira doesn't need to get involved. The GRQ will finish it off, and AG lock up a 9-3 half.
Man, they look great on this comp. They are so thoughtful about this map. Fengir was absolutely nuts on the chamber 2. Exactly what you needed here as AG.
They are heated up nice and early here. RAG, PRX still looking shaky. Can they rally back? Can they find the opening? Pistols ready to jumpstart the second half. We'll find out after the break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
We are back and about to go into the second half of Corrode, our opening map in this elimination series between PRX and All Gamers. At the moment, all the gamers have been gaming. PRX, very much less so. Just 3 rounds accrued from the defending side. Now swapping over onto the attack. And is this just going to be another example of PRX leaning back into that single duelist and then not finding success? Obviously, brought out this composition earlier on in the tournament, was able to make a go of it, had success there. But right now, it looks like they are struggling.
Yeah, it just feels like they're out of sync. They're not able to read the map well, on some of the rounds where they're able to get some control, but they do well. But even then, they were still bested in a couple of those by AG, and AG, I have to just give them so much credit. Every round so different, using conditioning against their opponents, all these great little things that they're doing. Now, who knows how attack-sided this map is going to be for these two teams, but PRX got to get it started here on this pistol, and paranoia of your duelist there, probably intentional. You do see that because you can see to the edge of that position.
Trademark cleared, but Fengir going to be that first hurdle. Decides to back away. Prowler should have gotten that split second of contact there for Envy, but it was unnoticed, and Fengir again finding an opening shot with that headhunter.
What spacing he had there. That was beautiful. They're going to be coming from everywhere here on this retake.
Yeah, this is going to be a very uphill battle for PRX, down a player. Some early damage on an AU1. So looking for the walk down through towards A main. GRQ going to be picked apart. AU1 now dead. Shrimp gone as well. Suddenly, it is just Fengir and Kira. Still 5 bullets remaining in this headhunter. Kira forward into the smoke, able to find a buy, but Forsaken turns around, shuts down the enemy chamber. PRX looking good. Will be able to close out the pistol, bringing the deficit down to 5 rounds.
Yeah, they're able to just decide to group up. Hey, we're a man down. They're probably going to try to split the map a little bit. Let's start cutting those players off with numbers. And that's what they do. It's a big win there for Forsaken. And then they see those bullet tracers flying through the toxic screen. They're able to answer that. That's just good teamwork from PRX. You're going to need a lot more of that. And Forsaken at least is smiling and laughing. Hopefully that is a good sign for PRX.
Given the way that AG's been playing, they could wipe the smiles off their faces very quickly. GRQ trying to make a play with a frenzy, but something will be able to sit him down. Quick little headshot from the Ghost. Just a grab of the orb, trying to get the convergent paths up. That's at halfway.
They're just gonna slow the pace down here. Look to see if AG get a little over aggressive, but they're actually the ones trying to bait. They're not gonna push the issue. Just gonna spam some shots through there to see if they could get PRX to fall for that aggressive position that Kira had taken at the choke.
They're going to be scratching their heads. I mean, obviously they've scrimmed against PRX plenty in the past. Got to be wondering, man,
how they don't play like this.
Yeah, a minute remaining in this one. They haven't ran at us yet.
This isn't right.
Well, it's only a matter of time. So they start to run out of it. And Forsaken will be able to find Kira. Peek in from that mid connector. Something with another AU1 dead on the floor. Should be a very clean anti-eco from PRX, who can afford up to 3 deaths realistically in this round. But they're going to be looking to go for 0. Fengir, headhunter, trying to align those shots. Can't quite make it happen. And Forsaken gets on the line. Back in from mid. It's going to be flawless. PRX up to 5. Still 4 to go if they want to tie it.
Okay. Maybe there's some hope here for PRX. If you get this bonus, then I'll be a believer again. Like the paranoia there to follow up just in case. There's more layers to that push out. Just GRQ. Everybody just doing their job here. Checking their angles. Finding their kills. That's very efficient. And again, it seems like PRX, a lot of their game plan here is to just play together, play for trades. It works for them. That's where they're at their best. They're just gonna rock it in here. Interesting setup of the trademark there.
He's just going to go dashing in, see if he can spot anything out, but quick refract back over to safety. Be avoiding the 3-player stack at least for now, but already some considerations being had for AG. As you see AU1 with a pivot over across towards mid. Haunt out onto B main might make AG think that PRX are going for this full pivot, but they do have two players very far forward at A main.
No, it's a great pause and change of direction that they take here. It has bought the extra player rotation. AU1 has abandoned B site. This was a really nice call from PRX.
Shouldn't take too much longer, though, for them to really get a sense of this, but if PRX are able to get in and get a plant in that time, this could be AG losing out on the round. Swing on the corner, though, Shrimp is able to find one, something going to be taken down. Shrimp himself, though, fallen to 3 health, does have the regen armor. Will tuck back away, and Jing intercepts Fengir. And rendezvoused back, now gets caught, weapon going to be swapped over. Taking instead, playing forward, gets the spot out, AU1 going to be noted. Jing just rotates back down, trying to double stack that angle. Lock them out of the sight. Finds the one, bounds his way up the stairs, looks for a little bit more, and will have it, Jing. 3 kills in his hands. Looking for a little bit more. Kira and Shrimp are heading for the hill, sprinting their way back towards A. PRX gonna find the bonus conversion.
I mean, Jing just toes the line between brilliance and stupidity. And this is great. I mean, it works out. He gets 3 kills, but some of those moments where I was just like, oh boy, you're flirting with disaster there, bud. Where you're peeking out by yourself against, you know, a player who might have the advantage at you, but he's winning it. And he's 18-11. I'm not questioning it. That is the PRX way. And when he's on, and he is on this map for sure. So the bonus converted. And okay, now I'm a believer again. But I love the way he gets up into heaven quick, catches Fengir off guard. That's beautiful stuff right on its own. GRQ there, maybe expecting that Jing would fall back and he could change positions or something, but Jing was just going for those kills the whole way, and he just barely got that Vandal upgraded before his opponents got there. He's an outlaw for something. Kind of a scuff by here, but everybody's one-tapped regardless. Couple rifles and something gets Fengir in the head.
Yep. Has him dead to rights. Solid cleanup kill. GRQ now. Ooh, yep, I was gonna say he's been spotted and he's been tagged up to all hell. 14 health remaining now. Even with a neon movement, good luck getting value off a slide. Just think 1 bullet to have him dead. High-low setup around the corner here at B main.
If you're anticipating this, you can clear it pretty easy with your util. The paranoia, you gotta
have a haunt. Could just send that one on, but it's gonna be something swooping forward, and Shrimp will be able to find the punish. Exit cannot be had though from AU1, and Shrimp is gonna be good for a second before Divide takes him down. 3 players still alive. Envy low on health. It's a window perhaps, but GRQ's now been found and Forsaken. Clip him with a headshot just through the corner. Kira now trying to pull off a miracle. Forsaken tucked. Forsaken hits. 7-9. Another buy. Come in here for AG, but PRX, they are storming their way back in, and AG might have to be considering that second time out call somewhat soon.
Yeah, I really think they should just take it right now, because if you can get... I just love it. I just love the confidence from something. Just never afraid to take those shots. Great on Shrimp to get a couple there, but yeah, I mean, a little bit more diligence for PRX. Probably something they're going to learn from to clear that angle, but you can maybe at least get a piece of util out of that in future rounds as AG. Like you mentioned, could have used a haunt or something. They're going to press quick. Right here trying to counter. STP set up, but Tortaken has him.
Fengir again, dead in mid. Wall falls Forsaken, just able to find him there. Operator now gone. This convergent path's going to be invested. TP away from that one from Kira. Does manage to get out towards safety. Smoke cycle forward, GRQ there around the corner. Gonna be a yard side corner plan for Envy. Making this as difficult as humanly possible for AG. They really need Shrimp to try to break through to find this kill on a Forsaken. I just got so many reinforcements, so many players around him. Thorns now cycled in, buying time, denying the scale forward. Another smoke layered in from Jing. And something ready for the potential backstab. Keeps it quiet for now, swoops out, finds AU1. Shrimp already position noted. Will not be able to find a damn thing. 4 players still alive, 8-9. PRX, 1 away from tying this up.
I mean, in some ways, this is kind of AG getting a little taste of their own medicine after what they were able to do against mates on Vine. They were able to string so many rounds together in a row when the map flipped.
And they had a perfect half.
Yeah, they had a perfect half, and that's where PRX is looking to go. And I mean, you've kept these ult cycles really suppressed for AG. You can't get in to like the tour de force even for this round. You're not there yet.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to eco. That's huge for PRX.
It's also sometimes when PRX get a little bit sloppy. See if they can avoid that here. Jing just bouncing around up on the boxes here, trying to peek anybody in mid. Fengir dialing the angle, but Devi collects himself the outlaw. We know how damn clean he could be with those snipers. Shrimp out into the open, will be able to find one. Jing gonna be taken down. They would love to recover this weapon. We've got two players guarding it. As Forsaken will be able to find Shrimp. They do not read this flank from behind, so Kira maybe with an opportunity. Grabs up that Phantom. He's gonna be scaling in very quickly.
Toxins going up.
I don't think they were expecting this at all. With Devi dead, that wall from behind is not there, and yeah, he's able to peek in. He finds Envy. AU1 gets another! And there's the Mastercard Thrifty. That's exactly what I was talking about. Sometimes that overconfidence, losing track of players' positions, and not considering all possibilities.
It's a great read from the IGL. And another bandit hold for AU1. Just give the kid that gun. He is filthy with it. And you have that paranoia there too as Kira to follow it up, but it's that he's that extra layer because they're tucked in on both sides of bottom mid. And PRX only gets one and they don't see anything else, so they think, okay, it's done. Just kind of not really realizing the possibilities there.
Now the door is open. Fengir does have that operator. Granted, he's been shut down these last several rounds.
Ooh.
Something fracting out of there. The operator's online, and even if he loses it here, we'll have the tour de force into the next round. Ultimates starting to get cycled up here for AG. This is a very dangerous time for PRX to have dropped that Thrifty.
Yeah.
I have the spike.
Really, really
I've dropped the
not what
spike.
they wanted, but if they can get into a post plan here, you have the Viper's Pit. You have something cute thought up. They're trying to sell a little bit of a fake on the other side of the map. The Prowler's not very deep. Nobody even hears it on AG, so they can just keep leaning in, but they're going to push out.
Head gonna be spotted something. Able to find the one. And Ching now joining in the fight. Takes down Shrimp as well. The pit gets popped. Now the pivot comes in. PRX working their way back across towards that A side of the map. But no, the walkout. And now they can just nightfall through. See that there's nobody else forward on the site. Just walk their way into B. That is a costly mistake here from AU1.
30 seconds left.
Thought that he was gonna be able to find the timing again, but PRX this time, they look back, they note it, and they dispatch him. Given that you have this operator, even with that tour de force available, you just want to hold on to it, you want to save. PRX once again, getting within touching distance.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those fool me once situations. I am impressed with PRX today at some of the adjustments they're making round to round where they're kind of realizing their mistakes and trying to correct them. Not on the first half as much, but definitely here on the second half where kind of remembering the tendencies of their opponent.
This would have to be one hell of a shot from something. Fengir will be able to retain the operator. Critical that they hold on to those two weapons. A couple other players here on the team hurting as far as the money is concerned. Should be able to scatter out a buy, but AG not able to advance past that 10-round mark quite just yet.
Oh, we're gonna see this from AU1's perspective. Oh, just thinking, he's remembering what something did earlier where he tucked into that back corner off of the pit. Tried to check that first and paid the price. Great discipline being shown, and now AG has to go for their second timeout before PRX does, so gonna be put to the test now. See what the adjustments they want to make are. I think a little bit more mid-pressure would be nice. You're gonna have that operator kind of cover some of that space. Nobody on PRX has opted to go into it just yet. I mean, that should give you pretty solid control over it. Yes, there's a lot of controllers in the map that can kind of make that a little bit uncomfortable, but I think that's where they were at their best, getting those reads on PRX rotations Don't try to brawl them, try to outthink them. That's how a lot of teams are finding success against PRX. Outmaneuver them, catch them where they least expect you. Teams like NRG are really good at that.
Just the Nightfall, one away from an overdrive as well. For AG try to utilize. They of course do have an operator in the hands of Fengir, but needs to get set up in a position to be able to profit from it. HyperX off the back of the timeout. Call from AG. Stacking onto this side of the map. See if Fengir can shut them down.
Looks like another A split. Trademark will be there though. Do a little bit of.
Oh, he's going for the tour de force as well.
Oh wow.
He's just gonna double stack it. What's that? Master firing speed here. Be able to react to the flood of PRX. Should they come sprinting at him. Goodbye, sliding forward just on the corner. Prowler getting the check. Paranoia across as well. AU1 having to tuck back. So once again, a smoke going to be cycled into their face. The Thorn's now set up and a pit in place. Something tucked away. Connector position. Trying to see if he can intercept, and he might just have Kira falling right into his lap. Is he aware of this at all? Silent drop down, and he is something very much off on that spray. Kira able to collect the kill, but Fengir now going to be taken down. Shrimp dead as well. Elimination onto the Omen side forward. GRQ able to find the one. The pit going to be dropped. AU1. ADS 10. Divide dead, and now it's all on Envy. The time, however, is gone, and Envy still holds his own. Cleans up the 3K, and we are tied up 10-10.
Oh boy, about as close as it gets there. Looked like there was an opportunity for AG, and I cannot believe they almost get through there.
But now there's no op. I get wanting to have the tour de force, so you can shoot a little bit faster, shut them down a little bit quicker. And now you don't have either of those. So the money just will not be there to afford it. You might not be able to get one online for the whole rest of this map at this point.
I didn't quite get it either.
He just dinked him.
He did.
GRQ down to 48. There's the regen armor at least. That's a hell of a reply from something.
Kind of curious if maybe HyperX would think about an op of their own at some point to try something a little bit different.
I'm surprised the device not gone for, the attack outlaw.
Yeah, or that, yeah.
You've got the economic shakeup there.
Right.
It's only Kira with the full armor.
That's a good point. Well, they do have the Neon ult and the Fade ult here to kind of counter whatever HyperX wants to do. HyperX just with the Steel Garden to at least remove the guns potentially on the execute. Looks like this is going to be the site.
Thorn's locked in. Fengir not going to be scouted by that Prowler. TP forward right into his open arms. Fengir able to find two. U1 has fallen, but the Nightfall goes across, and Shrimp able to mark the remaining players as that spike is now stranded in no man's land. I think we'll look to try to recover this one. But the forces of AG, they are getting stacked up. All four remaining players now in position. Paranoia going to be sent, something trying to back away, but it's a bit too late for that. Shrimp is able to find him. Yep, they just have to abandon this one. AG are going to be regaining the lead by one as Envy able to find a kill, able to make this a bit more costly for them. Every elimination fairly critical given the economy at the moment. AG regain the lead by a single round. PRX completely held in their tracks there as Fengir just goes completely unnoticed.
It's just, again, those little things sometimes for PRX that they aren't mentally aware of. You see it time and time again where they get caught in those positions where somebody's tucked in a corner in a weird spot that maybe they're not expecting. But I mean, Forsaken was living in that spot a lot on the other side of the map. Just wasn't ready for it. And that shuts the round down. That's it. And then you can just kind of trade util out as AG because PRX expended a bit to try to get the take to go. So they throw the saturate, you throw the relay bolt. They throw something else, you throw paranoia, and it's just round done and dusted.
Well, now, much healthier buy for AG as they look to take this up to map point. The PRX looking to tie us once again. Just that Steel Garden online for the moment. Envy and something to await from their ultimates. Be critical trying to get this map over the line. It has been hard fought. It's been a very good attacker side for them. They have all that effort go in, then have this slip away from them. Could be brutal, potentially unrecoverable for PRX. One final timeout call from Alex. Let's see if he can deny AG from getting up to 12.
And this is a pivotal round here in terms of keeping the economies in check. Don't want to let that operator get back into Fangir's hands. Give him another chance. Trying to lock you out. Trying to get some value out of Devi's ult potentially. They're just playing way far back. They're expecting some kind of quick hit off of the Neon. You know, GRQ is sitting on that ult. They thought maybe he might go for it. PRX this time still going in towards that B site. This time AU1 a little bit off into the corner. GRQ right in that hut. It's all just a bait.
Same exact spot. They're not going to go pushing into the B site this time. Meanwhile, decent scale down. A little peek out from that yard side from Kira. Not noting anything here in mid. Outside of that Prowler. Does not get any contact.
That Prowler does, so that's not going to pull anybody over. That's going to keep the strong side over here on B. Here's that Steel Garden.
Overdrives there. GRQ, that's why he's the one playing down in this position. Paranoia goes out. He gets blinded up, but they are held at bay. It's a grab of the orb, and now an exit Devi. Going to go on a late linger, it would seem. It's Kira
they're making so much noise
within this audio range. Smoke falling there at B main. Devi trying to scale in behind them potentially. Makes some noise. It does cause them to turn back, but he's actually calling the spike back over. It's 20 seconds remaining. This could be absolutely devastating. This could be everything for AG to try to close up the map. Clear the thorns, the snake bite lobbed in, but they have to start pushing, and GRQ manages to find two. The spike's still down to the floor. Chang frantically trying to recover, but AU1 finds the kill, the plant. I think it's too late now, it absolutely is. Shrimp cleans up the remainders. He tells them to sit the hell down as AG get up to map point.
I think this is kind of a sound cue mistake from PRX. They're making so much noise while they're trying to go for the rotate that it doesn't fool anybody on AG. They're too aware of what you're trying to do. And you know, the Steel Garden there can be countered with the Neon ult, so that's gonna go to waste. Every little piece in place there for AG allows them to shut PRX down, and they're one away from taking their map pick of Corrode.
Shrimp more than happy.
My ultimate is ready.
To dish out this trash talk. It was a force to be reckoned with. The series versus mates, and now he is giving it to PRX across the stage as well. Follow the convergent paths online for PRX. Needing 2 rounds to take this now into overtime, and Trademark going to be around the corner, and Fangir up top of the box, ready to swing. Let's see smokes do dissipate. Kira going to be caught on reveal, and Kira taken down, Forsaken. We'll find that kill. Fangir still trying to hold his own. He's going to be good for one, but Indy eventually will flush him out. The Nightfall now invested over towards the defender's side. No one's home to get caught by it. 4v3 is the spike now in play. Jing playing on that whole side. GRQ needing to be the tip of the spears. AU1. One hell of a shot to hit. Jing now dead. That splits the attention to PRX. GRQ tries to buy himself some space. Scaling forward, the C's around the corner. Envy eliminated. Something in Devi now having to do it all. Devi finding one, something getting the out there. Shrimp, however, has been a god! The 3K to pull off the Red Bull clutch and get AG the map win!
They just keep going. AG has found their confidence. They found their groove here in Santiago.
What a banger of a start. PRX Rally back, but not enough. AG plant their feet, and they take map 1. Now, we get ready to go to Pearl to see if AG can make this a 2-0, or if this will go the distance. Thank you very much. Yes, another swap of the comp here on Pearl. HyperX's map pick going onto the Neon, something that Jing has played in the past, but hasn't played for quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't play it very often. You get to see it very, very infrequently from him. So, you know, typically he's going to be playing Raze or Phoenix. We got to see a little bit of Jet in Pacific as well, but I'm curious about this. It is going to be another kind of gamble here.
And worth noting that it's also, again, a swap. Just the one part for AG. It's GRQ sticking with the Neon. Previously, when they played this map, saw it from them versus mates. They got clapped. He was playing that waylay, and he wasn't able to really provide that much support. I love that he is swapping over onto this Neon. He looks way more steady, way more impactful with this pick. This is for all the marbles now. PRX putting confidence on their Pearl, a map that they have not been leaning into much so far this year. They need this to be the staging ground, the start of a reverse sweep here. It's Devi. Left to his own devices, recalling that flash and getting caught up as Shrimp is able to collect that kill. Pivot back through, full 5-player approach from this stair side. Really Bolt not going to catch anything, but for now, they will find the rest of this site unoccupied. Backside plant and PRX going to continue to try to fight forward. Fight forward, they shall. Fangi are going to get caught.
Go, go, go. There.
More work to be done, though. They're going to be coming at you from a couple different angles, but with their flank out through Secret, maybe PRX can hold the line, and that's a great shot from Envy.
No, it really is. GRQ dead. Envy does get traded by AU1, but Shrimp is gone as well, so now all that main pressure has been alleviated, and it's just the double approach from Secret. The jump forward for Forsaken, able to find the one. Jing gets the other. PRX will close out the opening pistol.
It still feels a little shaky for PRX, though, doesn't it? I mean, with Devi getting caught, trying to recall utility, you know, that was a quick dissipate on that Astra smoke. You got to be aware that they're maybe going to try to keep clearing that space, but all's well that ends well. They take really nice positioning, get that one kill before the the retake can even really ferment. And they're able to come through and get the win. So PRX, still some life, still some firepower. This round they're looking to maybe spread the map a little bit. Trying to go for some just kind of information gathering.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Forsaken going to be eating a little bit of damage. Envy, ooh, nearly dead, but Jing to the rescue. He'll be able to just pick up 2 quick kills, now finds himself the 3rd. Seems like he's been in the hyperbolic time chamber a bit here with this Neon. His shooting across that first map was probably the most consistent thing for PRX, and he's looking to maintain that here on the Neon.
He's just dancing a little bit.
He's playing anti-flash against the Killjoy.
With something already on site.
Devi trying to find himself this kill and will be able to do so. On the board nice and early. Compared to what we were seeing, that's going to be a flawless anti-eco. PRX, a solid start.
I will say that when PRX is being a little silly and you hear them singing in their comms and things like that, that's when they're actually at their best. So maybe Jing actually just trying to, you know, get people laughing, get them rallied, get the mental back in check after that tough first map. 5-0 start, though. Fantastic. Be fast-tracking his ult along with Envy. Now you're looking at full rifle buy.
Oh, and a crunch play here into A main. Jing sliding back across, looking for the kill there on the GRQ. Does get a decent amount of damage strafing across those thorns.
But this is nice. This change up in composition, you can already see some of the ideas on how you can disrespect some of the utility to take that long A control that was giving them trouble against NRG. Even with the Phoenix there, they couldn't really fully establish. Granted, there was a Tejo in the mix.
Devi once again has to do a hell of a lot. Will be able to find the kill before getting taken down. Another Prowler out into A main, ensuring that has been evacuated. So now AG with a solid read, understanding that PRX is going to be leaning in towards this B side, but they're going for the pivot again. Starting to drift away back. We'll just be leaving Forsaken alone. Tucked away in that Sylvan spot. Let's see if he can find that impact.
This is what you need to see from PRX. Work the map a little bit. AG is getting a read on it now.
Yep, Kira has managed to flush him out, and nothing else going to be spotted, so now the forces can rotate over towards A. For 3v4, weapons going to be swapped around, getting rid of that Marshall.
30 seconds left.
Looks like something going to be watching all the way around the back. Let's see if that scale forward does come through from the enemy Astra.
Threw a fake TP on the other side of this and try to bait some util, it feels like.
Drone over the top, nothing at dugout. The spot maybe on to both there. That's Secret, but now the jump coming in and something able to find the turn. Kira going to be taken down. Something gets it back into a 3v3. Meanwhile, Jing trying to go on this flanking push. Something out from stairs. Unable to find that elimination. Envy at the same time going to be taken out. It's a tap of the fuse. Jing now striking, finding the one, but now finds himself all alone. The swing in and Fangir will be able to shut him down. No bonus conversion, but decent damage found from PRX.
But honestly, I like this round from PRX, even though it doesn't go their way. AG does a really good job of reading things themselves, but they're actually toying with the map. They're toying with expectations. They're putting players in unexpected positions. But AG just does a really good job of reading all of that pretty well throughout the entirety of it. A few mishaps here and there, but it was close to being a bonus conversion. And there's, again, they're coming from different angles, and yeah, that's frustrating. I mean, frankly, it's probably just a spray issue there. If something can get that first kill over towards dugout, it's probably a very different round.
That and Forsaken getting caught in that astral form.
True.
Well, Flash is going out, relay bolts as well. Stunned behind the box is GRQ. Has the judge, and PRX just gonna go bounding away.
There are two judges here.
Yeah,
Kira as
play
well.
into that.
Yeah. Something has that outlaw though, and that's gonna be most players other than AU1 and Shrimp dead to it in one shot. Let's see if him and GRQ end up butting heads, but GRQ.
No real reason for him to try to push, so
Exactly.
I don't think something's gonna get rewarded here.
You wouldn't think so. But they're starting to send some reinforcements up there. Shrimp joining him.
Valor out the check. Does manage to get the connection. Here's the outlaw. We'll just leave GRQ planted in behind the box at the same time. 4-player scale in towards Art now. Fengir maybe about to take that first contact. He's peeking in at the stairs. Be split on the opposite side. Trying to find anything over at main. Something looking for that target. Shrimp gonna be taken low. Fengir playing forward. Pulls down M1. Gets the kill onto the buy.
30 seconds left.
Backs away into the smoke, and once again the pivot is gonna be called here. PRX now sprinting over for the time and starting to dwindle. 23 seconds remaining. Jing trying to lead the charge with 3 health on this Neon. Just about anything will eliminate him. So for now, AU1 pressured out, but locks over the headshot. Forsaken dead. Something able to find just the 1 kill, and Envy
Spike down B.
just sat here, a vandal in hand, and doesn't quite confirm the kill on Kira. Shock dart to be lobbed in, and Fangir fearlessly swoops in, gets the 3K, and gets AG tied up 2-2.
They are really on it today. They are really sharp again. PRX tries to go for the quick pivot, but again, AG matches the time on the clock. You know that they don't have any choice. If they commit to that pivot, you can get there too. Sharp shooting from Fangir. They are really locked in. Yeah, it's tough. But AG is just really feeling it.
See him saying how many times, clearly a repeat error or repeat misread, whatever it may be. Alex, not happy that he's still dealing with it, that he's still witnessing it here on his screen. Manos to try to delay. Fast lane gonna be set up, but Jing now seized at the stairs.
Oh, beautiful.
And this slows down the approach with that overdrive. It's now gone. I don't know, find a reset. Spike being brought across Divide, going for the plant. Certainly off on it, so not gonna be caught by the wallbang shots. Well, finding the blind, Divide setting up a flash, will get cleared out. Now the lockdown going to be invested. AG, they do not want to allow PRX back into this, and they shall not. Flawless as the defuse comes in. AG will gain the lead.
I mean, they have just great protocols built in to slow down this Neon, but I think also you probably ripped the overdrive a little bit early here as Jing, anticipating that maybe somebody would be in art, but they're just playing back, and they threw everything at that. There was a seize, there was a relay bolt, the nanos as well at the end of the stairs. I mean, they were so ready for that, and PRX just walked right into a trap. Starting to get shaky. This is a big buy for PRX on this attack side. They are going to be very low on the economy if they can't get this one to go. Hunter's Fury there. Fengir has his ult. A couple things to consider. Something one away, as well as Kira.
Quick clear of the dart. Jing bounding forward. GRQ able to turn back. Finds the shutdown there. Will be a trade. Drone gets a tag. Sees the exit. They now know. Fengir jumped all the way back across the opposite side of the map. But with Shrimp going down, the site for now is wide open. PRX, though, still need to cross their T's and dot their I's with this one. Take their time, make sure they don't get caught off guard, but that is a big kill to be found, as Fengir will fall.
Might not even have to invest into these ults, although
U1 gets back into a winnable position. Yes, they will commit. It's Forsaken going to be noted on that flank. And U1 just that shorty in hand. Trying to watch from every which angle. Nebula now popping. Forsaken able to spot him out. Down to 45. Joined in, though, by Kira, who's able to find the kill. Swings out to his dome. Turn on the setup, and the re-swing out to buy. A 3K for him to tie it up 3-3. A big round from a player that was otherwise absent on Corrode.
Well, it's just nice that you have enough space between you and Jing that you could trade that kill onto GRQ. Oh, a spot of the feet there for Envy. And he can just spray Fengir down. Fengir thought he might be able to get ahead of that and tuck in, but Envy was a step ahead. Vi needs to come alive for PRX. That Corrode was woeful for him. And he's having a much better go of it here. 5-4, and you're able to keep a couple of those big ults through all that for PRX. Still have the Dimensional Drift, still have the Hunter's Fury.
Now you have the op. Fengir tucking back around the corner. There's the peek from Ching. He will get picked apart. Just rescales back over something now. Dimensional Drift sprinting down. Clear to the turret, but there's still so much utility here.
I'm back.
Makes his exit. Should have heard some of those footsteps. It's now Spike being brought forward. Alarm bot just going to be cleared out, and that's all of the util on the site now dealt with. No deep flank to come in. Envy pull back, get onto a deep angle. Try to utilize this Hunter's Fury, but for now it's going to be the Cosmic Divide coming in. No, and just opens up with this one aggressively. Looking for a target, but coming up empty-handed. Just the one tag here onto Shrimp, but GRQ going to be shut down. Something able to find the kill. Stops him with the overdrive. The peek back in. Fengir tuck it into that corner. Comes away with another elimination now when it's down to something. Tap at the defuse. The Cosmic Divide falling. Something! Whoa. Hits the transfer. Gets the 4K. And he is on his feet. A massive Red Bull clutch to get PRX back into the lead.
Okay. Goodness. I love the way Fengir played that round, but
oh yeah,
something outdid him in the end, and that's a little unfortunate. He only had 6 HP, so it's just one bullet there. Was all something needed. Gets the headshot, gets the transfer just in the nick of time.
And if Fengir has any more health,
yep,
that round is his. His efforts rewarded. It's something. One smiling at the end of that round. See if that can continue, though.
Oh, my God. It's just madness as always.
Sees the exit. Late lob in on that recon. Will be cleared out, and this does allow for AG to maintain chokehold on A main.
They've got all of the map under their control, so you're going to have to just try to pick and prod here as PRX, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to work their way through mid. Kind of pulling in, you know, AG expecting them to go through B, the B link area, but actually they're just going to go all the way in towards Fengir.
You heard that jiggle peek.
Ooh.
He's able to find a quick kill. Divide dead. Immediately out to safety.
He wiped his hand off after that. I don't blame him. That was a slick shot.
AU1 tucked into the corner. The drone over the top. Don't believe it's gotten the spot. Gas lane is there, but AU1 can absolutely catch them off guard. As pop flash in, it's something, no, a little bit too wise to it. Forsaken, however, going to be intercepted, and still, it's a player advantage for all gamers. Now, the arrival from the back, GRQ on that flank. Striking, finding Jing. Spike in play, but something dead. It is just Envy. Trying to hold his own in a 1v4, and he's just going to be overwhelmed. Just like that, from a big hero play round for PRX to regain the lead. They very quickly get snuffed out as AG tied up once again.
And it's just because AG is able to establish so much map control early. Getting long A, getting Fengir posted up deep at that position where you could just get the one and done and TP out, that they're able to just come from every angle at you, win some 1v1s, and then there's just nothing you can do there as Envy. I mean, brilliant stuff today from AG. PRX needs to find answers. Needs to get a little bit more consistency. Let's see what they want to do. Looked like maybe early on I felt like there was some okay ideas for PRX on this weaker buy. To dig a little bit deeper, something does grab the Outlaw. 2 players, 1 shot to it, in fact. Both of the duelists, actually, which would include GRQs in the vicinity, but seems to be playing this safe. So at least for PRX now, you're going to reestablish some map control here. Just a matter of what are you going to be able to do. Look at all that util that you're going to have to deal with.
I mean, let's continuously stack this site.
Yeah.
PRX continue to try to play into it. Just a minefield on the way in.
Something doesn't have a TP, so it's going to have to be pretty good here.
Sends out the first shot. Doesn't manage to connect it. GRQ still alive, but 3 players on that side of the map. Gate Crash does not take Fengir back towards this B site. As Envy, big opening kill. AU1 getting frazzled, turning over towards that back hall's exit. Gets caught. It's Divide able to find the quick shot. Weapons now scooped up in PRX. Looking to get this one over the line. There's the spot out. There's the judge from Jing. Fengir around the corner. 2 shells left, and 1 is good enough. It's going to be a Mastercard Thrifty. And PRX continuing to fight. But do they continue this pendulum swing?
Well, it's a good adjustment for PRX this round. Get a little bit of A main control. That forces AG to have to re-clear this space, and when that happens, that's when they turn on the Jets and go for the B site, and they're able to hit some nasty sheriff shots along the way. So better macro ideas this round. Yeah, that one's got to be a little bit frustrating because it was starting to feel like maybe you could start turning the tide here. Maybe you could start generating a little bit of snowball, but now you're on the eco back foot. Oh.
All right. Oh, and something just does something like that. It's much more than you could really do.
No.
Quick kill into the exit, and once again looking and leaning towards this B site. Drawn with a spot and the ping on the Fengir. He's gonna look to rescale and maybe catch them off guard. Does have that gate crash, but the shot ends up going wide. Now makes his exit, but already AG getting themselves in a position to try to counteract this. GRQ on his way around Hall, sliding forward. That stinger in hand. Shrimp trying to just line up something with that Sheriff. Doesn't manage to make a go of it. It seems like for AG, a Mastercard Thrifty just not in the cards. Not for this round. Jing 1 away from his ult. Same forward of I. He's going to look to play in and see who can pick it up, and it's going to be Jing. Flawless round for PRX. They win back-to-back and maintain the lead.
Yeah, they're really starting to feel it now. The Sharps are looking sharp, and they're just accelerating when they need to, finding their kills. I don't know, it's starting to look like the PRX that you expect coming into a global event. Woo, Jing. That is what you need. You need Jing to get going.
Telling Shrimp that he wants to teach him how to shoot the Sheriff. A timeout call here from AG. See if they can rescue these last 2 rounds, make it a 6-6 score at the half. PRX will be able to run away with the remainder of this. Take a look at the Coinbase win condition. Let's see. Economically, there's certainly some ups and downs at the moment for all gamers, but there will be that operator back into the mix for Fengir.
curious if maybe that's something that PRX is thinking about too, as a counter op here for something. Now he's just going to go for the Vandal, but they have the economy that they could have invested into it if they felt like it. Yeah, absolutely going to be talking about how you want to post up, probably how you want to reestablish some map control. Are they going to go back to kind of that sort of default they have where Fangir pushes up long B and you let Shrimp and GRQ try to control long A? But what I'm seeing on the map is just a spread formation here for the most part. Maybe looking to play a little bit cautious, want to try to take in mid, expecting that that's going to be the direction that PRX want to go, and they're right. It's going to come down to some good util and shooting potentially.
Peeking in the mid, Forsaken around that corner at shop. Swings out, would be his demise. Instead, it's going to be the peak, however. Towards window, and Forsaken a bit too late to try to find that punish. Gate crash out to safety, and Jing now dead on the floor. Kira scaling forward, Forsaken on the other side of the smoke, pushes into it to his demise. As AG setting up the traps very nicely. Already with a two-player advantage. To make sure they have a solid economy going into the last round of the half.
Taking that back. Target destroyed.
Feels like it was just a hard read.
Just the double face back in, and Kira gonna be good for a third. Something now. Would have to be an ace clutch. Seems like they have a strong suspicion about where he just jumped back with that gate crash too. Shrimp around the corner. Swing out, and he has him dead to rights. Rough with the Sheriff, but very clean with the Vandal. AG. One away from tying this up at the half. Still have the dimensional drift, still have that operator, but PRX coming into this one with 4 ults.
Yeah, this one kind of feels like it has to go for PRX the way the map's been going, but this is just a good read. It just coming out of the timeout, the way that AG lines up, it's like they know what PRX is doing before PRX does. This is just good preparation. They're right where they want to be to shut down this kind of slow mid push that PRX is trying to establish. Now they're just going to double down.
A similar setup, dimensional drift going forward to Kira again. Striving forward, finds Divide. The overdrive from Jinx, going to be able to come away with the kill. Swarms his way into A. It's an otherwise empty site, something on that peak. A critical kill to be found. Does nearly get traded out, but manages to keep himself in the fight. Spike now being brought forward, still here in the hands of Forsaken. They're taking their time with this one. Wants to set up some of these nebulas, I suppose. Meanwhile, Fengir's gonna go chasing in. Cosmo Divide gonna be called out, and PRX, they're gonna go for another pivot. Just the window, and they're respecting this so heavily. Meanwhile, Kira is able to find something. And now they have to push back into A, and AG are in the perfect position to try to defend this. Swing into the window, though. Minbeat will be able to outdo the enemy Astra.
Great read. Now that Cosmic Divide kind of works against you a bit.
Yeah, given all that quiet,
yep,
they think that this is a pivot coming through, so they have to split.
Now they don't know.
Edgar has to go crazy with this operator.
30 seconds left.
As the shorty to jump into the smoke, and Jing struck down. Looking for the plant, and what is that? Oh, he's just destroyed them, he's demolished them! Forsaken has this now brought into a 1v1. 11 seconds remaining, has to commit for the plant. Shrimp around the corner, as sees a haunt still available for him. Forsaken just no damn idea where he could be. Slides across towards stairs, the angle about to be gained. Gets himself tucked. And Shrimp hits it again! Gives him a wave goodbye! As the defuse will come through, and AG lock this up 6-6.
A hell of a back and forth, but man, AG still looking great, still looking strong, and they have handled what PRX is dealing here on Pearl.
They are not backing down, they are looking brilliant. PRX up against the ropes, corralled into the corner. We'll see if they can get the pistol when we come back after the halftime break.
están pasando, qué bien la estamos pasando, amigos. Bueno, vamos a dividir a la audiencia, ya lo saben, como lo hicimos ahora más tempranito. De acá hacia mi izquierda, me ven por allá, ¿cierto? Me ven, ok. Son Alfa. Y de acá a mi derecha son Omega. ¡Ojo! Vamos a medir. ¿Quién hace más ruido? ¿Listo? ¿Dónde están los Alfa? Ok, no está mal. No está mal. ¿Y dónde están los Omega? Ya casi llegamos, ya casi llegamos. Quiero escucharlos otra vez. ¿Está bien, David? ¿Está bien? ¿Dónde están los Alfa? Casi llegamos, casi llegamos. ¿Y dónde están los Omega? Está bien.
I'll tell you what,
Ahora todos,
you would not be getting this energy, this electricity from an audience if you were paying them. The crowd here in Santiago, truly a cut above the rest. Some of the most passionate that we have seen around the world.
Oh, they're just amazing. I mean, every day there's so much energy here. It's just great, and those last 3 days are going to be absolutely wild.
Oh, yeah. Both of these teams wanting to make that appearance in front of this crowd again, not wanting to be sent home. There's only one more spot in the top 4 available. And right now, all gamers have their eyes on the prize. They have the upper hand.
3-2 split. It's a deep bit of gathering over at Long A for info. They don't see anything, so PRX immediately TP's over. It's their strong side here.
Here's the high-low, and it's broken. Svengear able to find one, but Divine and NB fighting back. Both duelists now down for all gamers. They're going to be rethinking this push on a B just a bit, but they got some noise. Look to rescale forward.
There.
NB drifts across, gets himself behind screen. AU1 going to look to try to lead the charge here. Clear the haunt there from having a shot on the Divine. Takes him down to 17, and AU1 narrowly able to tuck into the corner. No shocks available, obviously, given the Sheriff's in hand, so NB not able to set up for the easy kill at the same time. This deep lurk from Kira. Seems like it might just be noted. Forsaken's just going to go rotating back, but has to know what space he's given up. Has to know that they could have lurked to this position.
30 seconds left.
Check around Waterfall, nothing seen yet. PRX gambling their way into the correct side of the map. Nebula now popped the spike, planted. Shrimp getting onto this angle. But have they let any credence to this? No, they have not. Divide able to strike. Kira now turning in, has been spotted, dealt with something. Finds the kill, and it's just AU1. Able to find the first. Several players so very low, can get the one taps to something. Just holding on. The defuse goes through, and PRX, they find another pistol. They regain the lead by 1.
This is another round where you're seeing some good awareness from PRX in terms of where Kira could have gone. Kira's been lurking all over the map the whole day, and they're thinking about it from the get-go. You know, Forsaken is really trying to get a read on his counterpart here, and something is watching Flowers the whole way. And that keeps PRX very much alive in this map, in this series, in this tournament. See if they can hang on. You do have AU1 with the Bandit, Fangir with the Ghost, Shorty for GRQ, so could be some problems.
Slide out, Forsaken dead. Here's the judge now, handed over, Fangir. Gonna be scooping that up and Divine for the moment. Still alone, something sprinting as fast as he can, trying to get in a position to peel off some of this pressure. The flash comes in, Debai gonna be good for that kill. Something finds a follow-up, the Fengir still able to strike, but cannot escape. Just can take it down for now. This is comfortable territory for PRX, but if they lose anybody else, that damage is really going to be felt. Spike on the floor, watched by Envy. Swing out.
Enemy remaining.
And steadies that Spectre spray eventually to clean up the Killjoy. Swoop out and Jing, good for it. 3 players surviving. Holding on to some of that key weaponry here. PRX, once again, get themselves that anti-eco win.
Small steps forward, but in the right direction. Other than this is just kind of, you know, shotgun versus shotgun, and you're going to favor the Neon every time in that situation. Ooh, nice little flick down from something. Jing's really good with the Bulldog, man. He is always seeming to find tons of value with it. He's going to keep it into this next round.
I'll show them.
Couple players. Gonna be one tap to that Outlaw here on Shrimp, so gonna get that full armor into your duelist at the very least. AU1 just dealing with something right off the rip.
Just couldn't get a clean shot through. Only puts him to 49.
Bot coming back.
We're gonna have to have on the other side. Well collected though, Forsaken. Trying to see if they swinging out towards B main.
Yeah, they're looking for follow-up layers of aggression. Again, PRX, widely notorious for being impatient. And that's something that, you know, I'm sure AG was watching yesterday with NRG. This is how a lot of the rounds start, where they're just holding angles, looking for you to see what you do at the extremities, seeing what you do in mid, looking for a counterplay, you know, off of their own protocols. And that's how they get these first kills. That's how they kind of put PRX on the back foot. See if they can hold the line.
They've slotted things in correctly here. 3 players towards B to try to hold off this pressure being applied. Swoop in the corner, relay bolt gonna be dodged. Forsaken able to find one, AU1 eliminated. As Jing does manage to find Shrimp before falling to Fengir's hands. Forsaken repeat, Kira now eliminated. 2 players left alive, now just the one. Fengir trying to make a go of it, but he cannot. PRX find the bonus conversion. They're now up by 3.
I mean, I think this is just patience versus patience, and finally PRX is going to be the team that's able to outweight their opponents just enough, and they're able to fast rotate over to that B side and guess correctly on the direction that AG is going to want to end up in and make those chokes just an absolute nightmare. Do some early damage. That allows that Outlaw to get those one taps onto those players that are coming through. Huge, huge for PRX that they get that bonus.
Kick back economically now, RAG. Bit of a militia purchase here. Stingers, 2 sheriffs, and otherwise bandits in hand. Orb grab, goes over to Fengir, gives him that dimensional drift. Don't expect to see it in this round. Getting it secured for the future. Obviously, quite important for him. Drift across, Envy. Gonna be traded on some damage, but it's gonna be Jing taken down. Let's find the URO. Debai now scaling forward. Comes away with the kill on the GRQ. Looks for a little bit more. AU1 dead. Debai just massacred 3. Jing the only casualty. PRX up to double digits. Looking to make a go of this. 3 more to go to take this over to split.
Yeah, and I think you're gonna get a timeout here from AG because they're being pretty one-dimensional all of a sudden, and PRX is getting into the positions they need to, so now you've got to kind of find those timings where, okay, you wait, maybe you want to wait a little bit at the beginning of the round, but then you have to start exploring the extremities, start forcing PRX's hands a little bit. This poor guy, his cortisol levels just have to be through the roof.
I know we had the vet come to the studio to take care of, our lovely dog friend, who luckily was reunited with his owner.
Oh, now
can we get a medic to come check on Alex?
I think we could.
He might need it.
Yeah, I absolutely think he does.
Let's take a look here at the Coinbase win condition, see what AG is going to be working with.
I want to make sure we're noting where the AEDs are in this building.
Yes.
Yeah, important stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think, again, like what I was talking about, just being patient but a little proactive. Like it's, measured aggression where you're trying to get some info, trying to clear some space. That round, it just, obviously it was an eco, so they just went for something. PRX is there, whatever. But I think overall, AG, some of the things that you saw in Corrode that were really good was them toying with utility, baiting some utility out, using that conditioning against PRX. You're going to need a lot more of that here. PRX is starting to find their groove, and that is not something you want to let happen. PRX are notorious for coming out on a map, looking terrible, and then just figuring it out and running you over in the next two.
Or looking great and then looking terrible in between and then winning it.
Also that.
Shout out to them versus Liquid back in Toronto. Still lives rent-free in my head, but the Dimensional Drift at the ready here for Fengear. Clone to go forward, clear out that Vice wall. Some of that utility and instill some doubt into PRX.
Yeah, they've got an alarm bot here. That Kira does get the spot anyway with his body, so Jing tries to push out, can't find a kill. Drone to re-clear, does catch. Spot onto Fengear there. So PRX actually thinking that this is gonna end up B off of that info because Forsaken can just keep holding here. Yeah, sure, there's a Prowler, but there's no follow-up. Yeah, there's an Astra, but he's not hearing or seeing anything else. Although they're running, they're rotating off that. Oh my God, it might have worked.
Backpedal here from the Vice, just trying to reposition so he doesn't get scouted by this, but we'll hear the exit. Further teleport's gonna be taken. Something sending out a couple shots. Meanwhile, potential timing here into Mantis Jing. Swings around the back, is able to find GRQ. Now the Steel Garden gonna be invested, and that interrupts the plant on the spike. AG held at bay. This Envy jumps up over the top of the box, looking for that punish, but Shrimp. Oh no, he just straight back into it with a vision. Envy now finds two! And it feels like AG completely losing track of everything here.
10 seconds left.
Forced away, and Kira now to try to hold on to his gun. Ducktail turns around and will keep this in hand. Mark Jing trying to run him down, but PRX not allowing for the timeout call to deliver results. They get up to 11.
This almost works for AG in a way, but the funny thing is because of Dimensional Drift, PRX is actually happy to just play Flood Retake. They have the Steel Garden. They're able to disrupt that plant. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Shrimp there just kind of loses his awareness of his space.
I think EU1's trying to, he's trying to swing, he's trying to get the trade, displace him, but he just happens to lose the fight, but had to have known where you're getting shot from. Should have been able to spot him. Meanwhile, fight over A main, and Fengear does manage to come out on top. Jing eliminated. Solid early kill for AG. We need 5 in a row to tie this back up.
That one certainly should make things really challenging here for PRX to try to get a read on what this round is going to look like. The only thing now that you have going in your favor is that it's a weaker buy.
That might not mean too much if they're able to get into the site.
Right.
For now, it's going to be Envy to try to hold the line. Too far forward to use a Hunter's Fury. So once that pressure starts coming in, he is going to have his work cut out for him. There's the spot.
Wow.
It's the headshot to put Fengear down to 10, but Fengear still gets the elimination. Something tucked in, stunned up, does manage to fight back, but he himself so damn low and now finished off. 4 players still surviving. Weapons going to be recovered. AG, this would be a massive thrifty. Divine Forsaken trying to deny. Kill on 1. Grabwell going to be avoided. Forsaken right in the wall. Cannot stay alive. The concuss coming down, and Shrimp bouncing back after the previous round. Cleans up 3 in AG. They close the gap. They hang in there. They deny that map point away from PRX.
It just shows you how important control over this part of the map is, because you can get a weaker buy to go, and it helps when Fengear's doing that, absolutely going nuts on 2 tight angle shots that he has to shoot through some walls and gets the wind. But you get those wins, and it just opens up so much space for you, puts PRX in positions where then they start throwing themselves one by one into the meat grinder. They kind of lose their mental.
They want this control again. Just haunt into that forward cubby at A main. Doesn't reveal anybody on the site. Clear of the Prowler.
Shrimp's got his Nightfall. Maybe they might make a go of that, but I think they're going to try to Well, I thought for a second they might try to establish some presence through art, but I think they're just going to go for the nightfall here.
Turn to the flash, should be looking for the reset on the aim, but it's going to be Fengear coming away with 2. Devi
Spike down A.
able to try to equalize the 1. Just a TP over to safety. The spike now recovered.
Thorns activated.
3v3, but what is the call here from AG? Looks like it's going to be a silent cutaway. Trying to work over towards that B side of the map where they weren't really able to explore much. Kira Wagley has just been sat in club.
This is so scary because you're going to have to re-clear. Good news is there isn't a ton of info for Forsaken there either.
But AU1, he gets the plant. That'll give him the lockdown. And obviously Invi is out of the equation, so you don't have to worry about that Hunter's Fury.
30 seconds left.
Shots now ringing out. Players of PRX slowly looking to get into position. Forsaken able to find the first. Swing out of the smoke. Gets tagged, gets bogged, and AU1 gets on top of him. The kill now found the lockdown. Invested, the plant coming through.
Spike planted.
Something could back away, but also need to try to recover another weapon, likely can do so during the dimensional drift, which you have to suspect he's going to be committing. Stefan not peeking, would have found a timing on an AU1. Tuck to the corner, the reposition. Minor damage gonna be suffered, goes for the exit, the shorty, able to collect it. Swing out, Kira, unable to find Devi, puts him low, but cannot sit him down. PRX will get themselves up to map point. AG need 5 in a row.
Yeah, love the decision-making here from Devi to go for the long lurk, recognizing what you were talking about, that lockdown was gonna be in place and that they weren't gonna be able to flood from the B tower side, so why not go for some? Fengear is absolutely crazy today. For what it's worth, he is absolutely on it, but love that. You get a little bit of a tag of damage, knowing that they're gonna be weak to that shorty, go for the something special. They're able to finish it out, so PRX looking to take us to split.
And the buy is gonna be a little bit messy. The Singer there with the overdrive as well. The back pocket for GRQ, who's been having a rough go of it this time around on the Neon. Fengear, 1 off that dimensional drift. The overdrive now in play with the Thorns. Keep him locked away. Just running down the clock as he's gonna need to try to find a reset, but he won't be able to find one, I don't believe. The slide out, Forsaken holding his own, the Hunter's Fury. Crashing in off the flank, but Widely doesn't find much of anything there. Here with 1, Jing tucking back. Tagged low, the shorty from Kira at range, unable to find it. It's Jing, okay, it's Chaos incarnate. But he cleans it up, and 13-7 is the scoreline as PRX will send us the distance. They take us to split. Thank you very much, Uber. Here we go, a map 3, only bangers on split. And we have it teed up as the final map. PRX persevering through that Pearl. But AG looked absolutely astounding versus mates on this map. It was a 13-4 affair. Kira was so damn clean on that raise. Can he replicate that performance? Guide AG closer to a top 4 finish, their first ever global event, or will PRX snuff out the flame?
I mean, it's going to be a tough ask. This is a great map for both of these teams, but like the desk was talking about, the way that AG sets up for their flood retakes, sets for their stalls onto your executes is so good. So you have to disrupt that. I think you're looking at what G2 was able to do to disrupt these things. And there's a huge stack in mid. Spike in the hands of Forsaken on the Omen. They're going for a push out.
The swing, the spot on something, able to hold his own, does lose his life though is GRQ. Comes away with 2 and Jing dead as well over on that Ramen side. He immediately rerouted, but Devi lurking forward. He's just walked his way for free into this A site. 2v4 in the post plant. PRX has their work cut out for them. Tap just looking to try to see if he gets a peek. Meanwhile, Devi leaning forward, 2 HP on the enemy. Owen finds the headshot. It's the fight. Look at the disrespect that one. Does find some damage. Envy given a decent shout, a winnable opportunity. Shrimp likely to be the final most difficult hurdle.
1 enemy remaining.
Pixel angle found, and Shrimp finds the timing, wrapping into elbow. Loses the spike for a brief little moment there, but will be able to find the defuse. Checking around for another weapon perhaps as well. But AG taking that first step.
Just a great read again, off the rip. They're overstacking the numbers, and there's an extra player there on that high-low that Jing isn't ready for when he goes for his counter swing. It's a really nice proactivity early from AG. My eyes definitely go into those two raises overall. You know, Jing widely regarded as maybe the best to ever play Raze, going up against the upstart Kira. He's gonna be grabbing 4 Spectres and a shotgun for AG here, but 3 Sheriffs being bought up for PRX. They want to rumble.
They always do. Gonna be pushing out of the smoke though. Kira cutting over to the side. Now peeks in, is able to find a buy. Blast pack lobbed in. Pain shell at the ready. Going to be exchanged here on either side. Tries to escape, and Jing does manage to find the kill. Damage going to be suffered, but can be a weapon scooped up as Fengear just trying to hold them off. But blind shots through that Viper wall. Managed to take him a little bit lower.
This is just going to be a full rotate from PRX. Are they going to? Looks like they're going to leave Forsaken there. Try to sell this a bit more. So far, AG reading. PRX is just going to re-hit A. Something be tasked to clear a little bit of space. Forsaken making noise, clearing the dog.
But nothing else seen. It's done well, though, to keep them locked in on this side of the map. Now the smoke cycled in towards heaven. So the drift down across towards screens. GRQ at the moment alone, but Forsaken now has been found. Eliminated. Paranoia going across, something not caught by that, however.
Wow.
Does manage to find that kill. Gets it into a 3v3. The weaponry, as well as the health, very much advantage to the side of AG. Fengear diving forward. Ends up giving his life just for the 1 kill. Something rewrapping all the way back through around towards this B heaven position. Might go completely on red. Flash towards backside. Confirms no presence there. Jing just tucked away behind the box. Something now striking. Finds the first. Shrimp holding it. Gets it to half. Pulls off of it now. Swaps the weapon over. Just trying to get a little bit more ammunition. And something is not buying it. Waiting for his timing. Sees him on it. And the defuse is just going to be held. Oh, the round just barely getting away from PRX.
I don't think
gives him a shrug.
I don't think something quite realized that it had already been held to half. But still tons of damage done here for PRX. Go into their anti-bonus, which isn't going to look like much for AG.
It's as good as it gets without the round win, but they absolutely should have been able to have that.
Yes.
And just a slight little misread, misjudgment. That's something more than happy to give it right back to him across the stage. I have to suspect that these guys are pretty good friends, given how much they do scrim. Well, there's that vengeance.
he's already jawing at him. He's giving it to him after that 1 kill. It's unbelievable.
And the crowd is erupting with chants of something. Meanwhile, Devi takes that outlaw into his own hands. He's able to find Fengear. PRX looking to get themselves on the board pretty cleanly here, maybe even flawlessly, unless AG can find some punish.
Yeah, they had a couple bandits and a sheriff behind this, but looks like they're just going to wait this out patiently. Forsaken's going to go for the lurk this time. He's going all the way around to B heaven.
I might be thinking that he's going to find them stacked up, trying to die to the spike. And some noise being made, trying to see if they get that peek out. And Forsaken, not going to be able to find anything here. 3 remaining players from AG will be allowed to go down to the spike. As PRX deny that bonus conversion after all of the damage dealt in the previous round. Will find themselves online here around 3.
Well, and we're finally starting to see something come alive here as the year wears on. And those sniper shots are where he is at his best. When he starts hitting those, just sees the shoulder and immediately gives it back to Shrimp, who had just barely bested him in the previous round. Wow, just a barrel stuff there from Devi on the diving Fengear. That's round over. Yeah.
A Nightfall online for Envy. You have the secrets for Shrimp.
A little bit ahead in most of the ult cycles as PRX, just barely. So this could be a good round to get some of those into play.
He's got that outlaw. Both players over here in heaven. The one susceptible goes for the jump peek out. And you're the spot onto Jing. Wall falling, and Envy able to immediately find the punish. Lele now eliminated. Allows for a much faster approach, not having to worry about those saturates as Jing's pushing forward. Shrimp gonna be flushed out. Kira does manage to trade one back. The U1 has to backpedal away. The spam back up into heaven, takes him to 27.
It's not what you want to have happen. Let AG take some heaven control. So now you're gonna have to scramble on the site to brawl this out. No more blast packs though for Kira. Just the paint shells to try to clear some space. Envy's gonna try to tuck into the corner. Vi trying to tee him up.
Staring towards heaven, Paranoia gonna be sent. Envy just frantically spraying and praying and being rewarded. Will end up falling to the paint shells. This is GRQ now pushing his way forward, but it's a high-low setup around the corner that he cannot break. AU1 knows that he's outdone. Just 27 health, has to back away. PRX win the follow-up, and they tie it up at 2-2.
And it's just really around that highlights how important those first kills are over on the extremities of the map. With PRX having two players watching for when the toxic screen drops, and it's just one for AG, and Envy instantly eliminates the problem. Doesn't even make a noise. Fangir is just crouched, trying to hold the angle.
Great turn of the flash there from Jing as well.
Yeah. And it's something we want to keep track of, that Raise Your A's battle. How in the world do you get that one, Envy? Nasty. Devi goes swinging out. Knows that there was another there. So far, even Envy knows he got a little lucky on that one.
I'll find you.
But again, you're getting into these ult cycles now. Jing one away from the showstopper. Envy still sitting on the Nightfall. Spot check there, gonna see GRQ. Trying to punish it. PRX try to brute force their way in.
Just one shot to the leg of Jing. Circling in that smoke. Something trying to catch somebody in mid. U1 planted very far forward. There's the first shot. Kira now down. Devi gets the better of him.
What a read.
It's damn clean. PRX starting to hit their shots. Just a peek from Fengir. Does manage to find Devi in the end. Bringing up that enemy Viper. Not falling for the clone, but GRQ down to 1 HP and eventually going to be found. Something with the kill, and PRX.
I have the spike.
The spike now in hand again. To get this plant across and get themselves into the lead. Shrimp.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah, that Vandal recovered now, immediately back on the floor. Peek out. Fengir, another solid shot. Not quite ready, however, as Jing just tracks him down with that shorty.
Yeah, it's just really good map awareness from PRX this time. Reading the whole way that there's going to be a push out. Oh, he gets the spot under the hand. And then Devi there to make sure, just to double check. And a great C's reading that TP off of GRQ perfectly to eliminate him. Really good mental awareness. Again, I was talking to Fengir a little bit behind the stage, and he says they're still a little shaky. You know, they're new to this stage. They're still having a little bit of trouble, even though they've been finding some success. You know, they felt like the weight has been lifted off their shoulders a bit. Still, though, going up against a team like PRX, it's tough. This time, PRX wants to clear this heaven.
Showstopper out, lobs it in. That's going to be Kira dead on the floor. Something is being the heat-seeking system for that missile. Flash over towards backside. Forsaken going to be taking down Fengir, able to find Jing as well. And this round starts getting away from PRX. Suddenly a 2v3. Envy trying to assess where this guy has gotten to. The Seeker's going to be coming in, but Envy finds the perfect timing. Swoops in, finds the kill. Nightfall now across over towards heaven and screens. Paranoia going to be expended. Something just holding down that M1, gets counter-sprayed a bit. It's GRQ riding the Raptor, drops down to the cubby. The C's at the ready, Envy getting the catch, getting the spray down, and getting the finisher as well. something, trying to usher them onto their feet. And smiles on the other side of the stage. I imagine that there's some frustration behind that as well. PRX now up by 2 rounds.
Still love the macro ideas here for PRX. Obviously the combo with the ult, very effective, but it's clearing that heaven space that is so crucial to the way AG plays this map. And yeah, it's... Yeah.
I love that it didn't be learned. He reached for the headset immediately and he's like, oh, nope,
wait,
gotta keep that on.
I'm gonna get fined.
Don't want to get in trouble now. Boombot cleared. Paranoia gonna be sent in. Fengear trying to find something.
Back in a flash.
This is a little bit of damage on the Jing once again as the Prowler gonna be chasing forward. Quick refract around the corner. Taken. Spain Shell's not gonna be able to find too much value. Delay tactics are there in Devi. Opting to just back away.
Something.
Meanwhile, he's in the site.
He's stuck in the site.
Okay. He is trapped. The rest of PRX now going to go on a attempt here. The Saving Private Ryan style mission. Showstopper point blank is able to find the one. The jump in the corner, but Devi out from Garage. He'll spare his blushes, but it's a solid 2 taps from Fengear. And Shrimp now just making his way out of the sewer.
Planted.
Will be playing into a pit. Just that bandit in hand. As the silent drop sees a weapon across the way.
Use the flashes to do a little checking inside the smoke.
Trying to send it around the back. But as he pushes forward, he will die. 4K for Devi. PRX continuing to rack up these wins, continuing to look excellent on this attack. And that is going to be a timeout call now for AG.
Yeah, I mean, the defender side, they're usually so sturdy, but PRX is kind of picking them apart one by one and putting them onto ecos time and time again. And that gives them just such huge advantages where they can go for the extremities, where they can go for these death ball plays and make them work. And now I'd like to see PRX dig back into maybe trying to generate some mid-pressure, clear those heavens a little bit more. Now that you're going into a bye against your opponent, you know, they use that showstopper in that last round too. That's a huge piece taken away from your opponents, especially in a round that AG lost there. That's devastating. They went for it on that eco, feeling the pressure. So now I think you're opening up the ability to keep putting them off their game, force them into play styles they don't want to do. And that's something that has worked for other teams against AG here.
Just 8 seconds left. Coaches the talk before we get out of this Coinbase win condition. Curious to see what they bring to the table here. Love to see them try to get that operator online, but looks like they will be able to have it.
Going glass
Shrimp
cannon?
Shrimp going to be passing this one over, and Fengear can't afford at least a half armor.
Half, okay.
It could have gone for full, but looks like he's going to try to just keep a bit of money behind this. I guess this is going to be enough to try to catch PRX off guard. Should be tracking the economy of the opponents and knowing that this is a possibility.
For sure, and look at, when we get into the map here, you're going to see that it's actually AG wanting to contest B main, but PRX is just heavy A all the way. We've already got control. AU1 in the ropes to try to do something. Yeah, but he got spotted.
Boombot and the paint shells. Both sent in the pink for Forsaken. Oh, annihilates Fengear. Goodbye, operator. Goodbye, Waylay.
Oh, no.
Oh, and it might just be goodbye, AG. If they continue like this. Swing in, GRQ. Will manage to find a kill on a Forsaken. The plant now comes in. The 2v4, the operator down. They see the ping there. Could just back away and try to save that. Especially now that he's been spotted. Kira can just tuck back, maybe try to get some exit kills, build up towards another showstopper, try to get another one before the half does finish. We'll have something served up on a silver platter. Jumps away, Devi. However, ensures that he cannot survive, cannot do more damage. 6-2, PRX. Looking alive and well on split.
And it's just simple stuff for PRX. They're just going to the side of the map that AG doesn't gamble correctly on. It's a very you know, another attempt at a hard read. So this time, PRX just changes sides of the map. You know, AG feels like they have to reinforce that B side hold to make sure that PRX can't keep brutalizing them over there. And then PRX is just given all the space in the world, the Boombot just to force back the Viper AU1. And that's everything you need. And Forsaken, just unbelievable peak there. And PRX is just like, well, let's see if they can stop it this time.
Just lurching forward, frantic backpedal now from Shrimp. GRQ. Pull the TP back away to safety, and for now it's just Jing widely taking the brunt of any damage.
AG trying to establish some control, but they're rotating away from this. PRX pauses. Maybe something revealed himself to Kira on the other side, and that's caused these rotates, expecting PRX to try a different angle, different direction. Now they're having to send another player back, but they're not reading this correctly just yet. PRX scaling forward. That operator holding the long angle. Oh boy. Timing here going to be everything.
Knocks away from the Prowler. Forward past the smoke, looking for the shot, but Envy able to find him. Clean though from AU1. Get you something on that scale forward towards screens. So Indiana 1-for-1 at the moment, but now Jing around the back, able to snap on to take down GRQ as well.
30 seconds left.
Oh, he's at one health, but he's already done so damn much.
Oh my God.
That is disgusting from him. He will finally fall. Shrimp nearly gets Forsaken for his troubles as well. Bar and Kira going crazy, which he cannot. It's just another round in the hands of PRX.
Jeez, man. It's just a pause that throws AG off their game here. It's something that PRX really doesn't do a lot. They don't show this very often, where they clear some space and then just wait you out when they've been revealed. A lot of times it's fast rotates to try to do something else. And AG, that's what their anticipation is. That's what Kira's reading. And again, I'm not sure if he saw something on the other side of the map or not. But regardless, you know, if he knew that there was a player there, a lot of times, you know, they'll call over. They'll be like, I think there's only one over here, so let's go there. But PRX wisely changing their style, trying to double up here at long A, and that's a good start for Kira.
Damn good one.
Down A.
Boombots exchanged on both sides and a back away from that position. AU1 lurched forward. Devi has made it past him over into Mail. Forsaken just going to be making some noise, jumping his way back out of this one, allowing for that decay to expire.
They almost caught him there.
He really did, but Devi might be about to catch somebody else. Footsteps coming his way, and Kira, no idea. If Devi can find this kill as well, that might just be the round. Once again, broken open. AU1 just desperately trying to snipe Jing out of the sky. He cannot. Paint shell at his face, forces him back over the stairs. They plan to come in now. 4v3. This post plant and AG, they need this round.
I think they might just save. I don't know. They're going to make a go for it. PRX is sending a lot of players around to lurk.
A double re-wrap into mid. A lot more pressure now on Jing and Forsaken to try to hold this line. The flash out. Fengir not taking the refracts back. Forsaken holding his own for two. And now it's AU1 having to do it all, and something will shut him down. 2 more rounds to be played out in the half, and PRX won every single one of them.
Devi just so slippery. I was so busy watching what was going on in that pit, I never caught how he got out there. I have no idea. And obviously neither did AG.
It's just an axe moment from Devi.
Jeez.
You can hear Tom Biz in my head asking how has he gotten there. He just walked right through. Showstopper now out, 2 targets, 1 gonna get caught. But something able to find Kira at the same time. Paint shell lob to the backside. Fengir able to go ahead, plant his feet, finds the 1, but nothing more. Such a snappy, pacey push from PRX as they look to take everything from AG. Another 3K from something. 9 rounds racked up. PRX looking to make this a 10-2 affair.
They're just everywhere on the map, and they're winning these battles. You get another showstopper into the mix a round before Kira can. And they put it to great use, and then they are just spreading out. And AG is just blindsided. They have no idea what's hitting them. They have enough for mostly rifles, well, all rifles, but a Guardian for AU1. A couple ults on both sides to consider, and immediately the drift goes.
AC again, Divide though, slipping past that Trailblazer, but Kira will be able to shut him down. Long last, an advantage for AG as PRX might just be overheating a bit, and they have Jing pushing out right into GRQ. Here are the Seekers, showstopper out, something. Quick exit, will rewrap back in through Ramen, has a gate crash set up in the garage as well. Forsaken able to find one. 3v4 now. Fengir refracting back, low on HP, and something not striking from behind!
Last player standing.
Finds another 2, Fengir. Spotting the drop down, the saturate, gonna be lobbed in, but it doesn't get the catch. And something has the time on his side, he's got the angle, but Fengir! Never mind! Gets the headshot and gets the round.
Oh, something. He's kicking himself a little bit there. He played that round so well until the very end.
Absolutely, feels like he should have had that, but still a considerable lead for PRX. We'll see if AG can rally back like they did versus mates on Bind when we come back after the halftime.
Santiago! Creo que podemos sentir la tensión en el ambiente de lo que significa esta segunda mitad y cómo se está viviendo, ¿no? Vamos a animar un poquito a los equipos, ¿eh? ¿Te parece, David? PRX, PRX. Muy bien. Y ahora, all gamers, all gamers, all gamers. ¿No escucho? No, pero ¿qué es esto? Vamos a hacer ruido entonces. ¿Dónde están los fans de PRX? Muy bien. ¿Y dónde están los fans de all gamers? ¡Wow! Está lindo. Quiero que reventemos, por favor, espacio riesgo. Va a ganar PRX. Oh. Volverá el partido y será épico para All Gamers. PRX. All Gamers. Yo tengo algo claro. Los ganadores son todos ustedes, amigos. Son una locura. Y ya lo saben, como siempre, Santiago grita con el alma.
I'd say PRX with the lead by narrow margins there in the crowd. They're just here to cheer for damn good Valorant. But at the moment, PRX widely have been the ones delivering on that. 6-round deficit for AG, needing to walk back 3 to 9.5. Saw what they were able to do just a few days ago. That bind from mates, 8-4, them in the deficit, and then had a perfect second half. That is what we are looking for here from AG.
There.
It's also crazy to think that you're 2-something clutches away from this potentially being an 11-1. I mean, the map could have gone very worse for AG, so Let's see if they can keep their mental in check. Quick jump peek there. Doesn't really see much. AG playing it close to the vest. They want to establish this mid control. Took a little bit of time early. Meanwhile, PRX is like, they're going A ramp. I swear they're going A ramp, boys. Actually, they are going to be going over towards B and divide.
Well, Ching kind of just wrecked his boom bot. Didn't bounce into main at all. So no info going to be gained there, but divide having to backpedal away. Alone on this side of the map for now, being joined by something as PRX quickly going to be pivoting into position. Spike in hand for Shrimp. Waits for the smoke to bloom, the drop down, and now the plant can get into play. 5v5, and this could be absolute carnage. PRX for the moment doing well to read this potential flank around the back, but as they jump peek over into Mail, nothing's gonna be seen. Sees nade, but the nade not deep enough. Graham not gonna be there. Shrimp able to find one. GRQ with another something. Turning back, able to find AU1 on that flank. Now finds Fengear out in front, but it's gonna be Shrimp again. 3 big kills for him in the pistol. It's AG taking that necessary step.
Just able to find the open space on the map. It's just a really gambled stack for PRX, a 4-1, and you know, Divide does well to not give up his life off the flash paint shells, takes a little bit of damage, but from there, AG can just get in, settle in, set up that lurk, and the timing really nice. You know, you can see PRX considering it at the very least, but I think that's something you need to be thinking about as this half wears on. Always have somebody watching your back, because there's always somebody trying on AG. How?
What in the hell?
How?
They're just trying to spam Jing off the orb take, and Envy just sends out a bandit shot through the smoke, finds Fengear. Start to remember how that anti-eco round went for AG in the first half. There were no survivors.
No one's won an anti-eco yet this match.
PRX wanting to close this one out.
Should say on the eco side of
yes.
that.
Haven't gotten that thrifty.
Yes.
Full cluster, but movement right now from PRX. They're getting their players, their pieces in position. They're just fishing for any kind of straight contact he can get. And now Envy arriving out of sewers, Divide all the way through. If ever there was a time for a pivot into the vents, this would be it for AG. Seems like they still want to commit forward onto this site. Shot's going to be going wide. AU1. Good for a kill on a Forsaken, but Envy scoops up that weapon. And that Spectre absolutely destroys them. Just the Viper remaining. And this time it looks like PRX are going to seal the deal. A leg shot, but now corralled. It is a Mastercard thrifty at the hands of PRX, stopping any possible momentum buildup.
That may be the final nail in AG's coffin. He's just trying to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Yes. It's sometimes it.
You can tell.
Just asking.
This is something that has happened many times before in scrims.
Yeah. Just asking the heavens, why me? Why me today? I've been playing so well.
What have I done wrong?
Yeah. What have I done to deserve this? Here's a shotgun for Kira. A couple sheriffs in there as well. Could go blast packing in here, so Divide has a little bit of backup from Forsaken.
Oh, something just swoops into that smoke. And he's able to catch GRQ before he can get a shot off. Trying to ride the rope down. Kira will be able to find Envy, but Jing cleans him up, gets the Spectre in hand, and just goes ahead and massacres.
Okay.
Just AU1 now.
Settle down, PRX. You know where he's at.
They don't know what those words mean.
I should know better. Why am I even saying it?
Oh no. You can't.
Just
you can't.
kill him.
You can't. You cannot. You cannot.
No, Divide.
This is diabolical. Oh. Okay. It's fine. He didn't knife him. The disaster is avoided.
He's lucky to die.
Yes. Survivors with 22 health.
What a read here. Jing tucking in, expecting them to try to take that space. Oh my God. This team sometimes.
Not much more you can do but smile about it. If you are the players, but for the coaching staff, it is a final timeout call. Trying to ensure that this isn't the last in Masters Santiago. We'll go into the Coinbase win condition. It's another full buy, a couple half armor, some regions in there as well. But no ultimates to speak of.
No, and it's gonna be tough, man, because PRX has done a really nice job today of taking away the strengths of AG on this split. So you saw it on the attacker side where they're able to take a lot of heaven control on that A side, and here they're denying them mid. Again, this is a team that likes to take some space there, tries to get those pivots, tries to get those setups in the towers so they can make those dives onto the site with Kira. PRX has been a step ahead. So I think now, I don't know what you're gonna do as AG. Is the answer gonna be to spread the map a little bit and then try to work your way forward, or who knows? It feels like you're getting beat at every twist and turn here on split. No matter what you try, PRX has been better. You're just gonna have to dig even deeper than you did on that bind.
Turn of the flash, GRQ dead, Jing able to find the one. But now forward, just one charge away from that showstopper. Well, we're not gonna see Fengear here. He's gonna try to grab this up, covering fire from Forsaken, keeps him protected, and now he's got that showstopper ready to go. Smoke cycled forward, something here at the corner, the spot on the judge. Fengear dead, just cannot catch a break. Ooh, Kira, however, good timing found. Forsaken gonna be caught, trying to swing back out of garage as Paint Shell goes over the top. Oh! As Shrimp hits one hell of a shot. Something, however, multiple pellets connecting. Gets to the enemy raise, as the rocket is there. Shrimp just locked in position. As AU1 was just desperately trying to work his way towards this side of the map, but his teammates falling far too quickly. Now they know exactly where he is. No utility to speak of, just a Vandal. And this would be one hell of a break of a high or low, but he cannot make it happen. The 3K for Jing, the economy in the dumps. PRX are at match point, one away from reaching the top 4 at yet another global event.
They've just been getting better and better and better as the day has gone on. Jing getting hot there, making sure to cover him so he can get that showstopper. A big part of that round right there. The ult cycling been really good on this map for PRX, obviously, but keeping AG on those weak buys. Oh, Forsaken gets out of there.
Well, you're one away from that dimensional drift as well for something.
Yep.
Just the Seekers for Shrimp. AU1, 2 charges from a pit. Something that he would love to have.
There's even a world where Envy gets his Nightfall in this round.
Something, just a bold little jump peek there.
Here, scout destroyed.
Trailblazer just getting the spot on the Divide. Refract at the ready from Fengear.
There.
PRX.
Beware about that push out, but now AU1 trying to hold his own. Flash is able to turn that, some damage across onto Envy. Paint Shell gonna be lobbed into the corner, and Envy will collect the headshot. A player down now. Something watching the exit on stairs has Fengear hounded. Forsaken, however, has fallen. We go into a 3v3, but it's 2 ults available to the side of PRX.
Spy planted.
Dimensional Drift invested the Nightfall. Waiting for it, trying to assess the angle. Sends it, they see the split of the players, one to the garage, one to backside. The exit from Jing, now the swing around, finds it, and now it is just GRQ. Cannot find a damn thing! Something shuts him down! 13-4, PRX! Rocky at the start, had their fans grabbing their pants, but they close it out cleanly here on Split.
Just standard PRX stuff. They make you sweat, they make you worry, but in the long run, they manage to find ways to get wins. Wasn't clean, it wasn't pretty at times, but they're able to get there.
And this is the level that something has been lacking throughout kickoff, throughout the start of this tournament, these last several series. He's starting to find that form. that he put on display when they lifted that trophy at Toronto.
Yes.
Commiserations though to all gamers. A fantastic outing for them. Really turned around our expectations. It showed why they came into this as the #1 seed.
And gave hope to a region that there is still things that can happen for you this year. There is still wins to be found at the global level. So keep it up, keep trying, and come back strong again, because I think eventually China is going to find their way back to competing for trophies.
This feels like that start that we saw from EDG when they appeared at Masters Tokyo back in 2023. I want to see that continued development, that continued appearance at these global events. So to all gamers, I hope to see you at Masters London. But for PRX, it is great to see you back in the top 4 once again.